Hi, Christina Leffridge here. Hope all is well. I I'm not feeling good. I feel like I've been being attacked lately. When I post things, I get attacked. So my throat again, even though I was doing good, and then now I'm like, not. Please ignore my coffee stained teeth because I drink coffee. It's a little in the afternoon. School is starting for children. If anyone is kind of like me, you're getting a little stressed out, a little peeved about how kids are acting. I mean, this could be every day, but I find myself being drawn to the book that I wrote, which I told. I'm not sure if I shared it. It is called "I Need a Timeout," and there's prayers in it. It's a parent's prayer, but it's for children. Praying over your children for any like circumstances. And with school starting, I thought this was like super like good because I'm going to it and I'm still learning stuff from it. Like it draws you out to want to read more and more and more, which is what this is. It's a short, about 30 page prayer. 4 chapters. It's very easy to read. It should be. I tried to make it very readable. This is chapter 1. It's in reverse. It says legitimacy and rejection, and then it says it talks about children are a blessing, and this was one of the things that I started with because I think it should be the foundation. I mean, it's not one of the foundations, but it is. And I say in the book, it's Psalms 127:3. And I just kind of wanted to touch on that because people say Psalms 3, they quote Psalms 3, but again, they don't really know even what that means. They just say, you know, a quiver full of them or something. Verse 5, I believe it is. Yeah, happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. And they don't even really know what that means. And it's more powerful than what people think, which is why I thought it was kind of good. But in order to do that, you kind of got to start from the beginning. Well, not necessarily the beginning. I wanted that in here, but I took a lot of stuff out because I wanted it shorter. Like a quick read. And I wanted to get it like a small intercept and then kind of get deeper as time goes on. It was kind of for like parents who are kind of getting there, but it's also a reminder for people who have been in Christ and being with them all of the time. But it's kind of like a reminder. The chapters it's very short, or it should be. But it's just for parents who have been overwhelmed and they need literally kind of like, you feel like you need a timeout, because that's what drove me to write it. The Holy Spirit was like, write it. I was going to read it all, like some of it, but I'm going to spare you guys that. Chapter 2 is obedience and discipline, because they kind of go hand in hand. Chapter 3 is pride and Leviathan. It's very interesting, very powerful. I came a lot of revelations from that, and you can still get revelations from it because I got a revelation from 127. And then the last one is responsibility and idolatry. And they could have went different ways, but this is how I decided to write it. And I think God had me, because I went in and I changed it, and I changed the whole trajectory of everything. And I was like, okay, I feel like this is complete, because I felt like I was never going to be complete. Because with parenting with children, there's always something that you need to do. Moving on. Keep this video short. School. Children. Behaving, not getting up. My daughter, I don't think is going to want to get up to go to school. I homeschool, but she still needs to have her butt up. So I'm just going to start with 127 because this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So the first verse, lo and behold, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. And I wrote down the prayers in there. So I'm telling you where I'm getting the verses from. So I'm always kind of showing proof. So you know it's just not me talking. Everything that I say is from here, and I supplement with like the regular dictionary. I supplement with the Blue Letter Bible app that helps him with the Strong's G concordance. Or I just actually, like, you can get the Strong's G, but it's kind of easier that I use like the app or something, because I literally have like 5 pages open at a time. You guys, if you guys follow or watched any of my videos, you know I got like 5 different screens open. I don't have 5 different screens open. I'm trying to take like a break a little bit, but not, because I can't, because I still find myself still going back to God. Before I get into that, I want to jump up in the beginning, because Psalms 127 is a song of degrees of Solomon, or it's a song of accents. And these were like a couple from 120 to I think 130. Psalms 120 to Psalms 130 are different accents. I could be wrong with that. I will probably correct it below. And there were songs that were sung at different times, like during celebrations. And Psalms 127 is one of them. And it kind of goes into detail with that a little bit. Like you can, check that out. Psalms 127 verse 1 says, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. So, except the Lord built the house. So, this was an Elijah. If you didn't watch Elijah, you should watch it. I think it's also kind of good. I love it. So, and there's a book too, if you're a book person and not a video person. But let me pull it up on Strong's G Concordance. What was I looking at? I don't know. So we know that lo and behold from Elijah means like look, see, but it also means watch for this watch for this amazing power. I know this because I study, and we did Elijah, and I think it did a lot of that, because there was a lot of powerful stuff that happened. But moving on. I still think it's good. You can't tell me anything. I still think it's good. So the Lord builds up. I'm trying to pull up for Strong's G Concordance. I don't think it's going to do it for me. Build up, we know, means to establish. So what the Lord doesn't build up, establish, rebuild, restore, made permanent, to be built up of childless wife, becoming the mother of a family, repair, obtain children. If the Lord builds the house, except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain. So you're doing it in vain. The house, we know house could be anything, because I was using house this week as a different thing, because I usually use it as a body, because we know from Elijah 2, that is a lot of stuff. It's a household, it's a family, it's a body, it's an affair, it's a thing, it's a human body, and it's of Sheol. And I think those are the people, one of the people that came from, I'm not going to say that because I'm not sure, but Sheol, we kind of know what that was about, but I don't want to get into that right now. I want to kind of keep on subject, because I'm trying to keep this short, which I'm it's being very difficult for me. It also means like light of darkness. So house means a lot of things. Land of Ephraim, tablet, temple, web. It could be like a thing that you're kind of, well, it just says house containing, those belong to the same household, descendant. But it says like receptacle. So I guess anything that you're receiving or trying to receive. And then we know that you can add your context in there for whatever. But for this purpose, it's your house. It's your household. It's your generation. It's your family. It's your child. And I'm getting somewhere because I'm kind of breaking it down. I can go fast through it, but I want you to catch the I want you guys to just understand it, because if you learn it, if you see it, and if you can apply it in your real life, it kind of holds more and it's something that you can kind of learn from or change. And if there's no changing in you, how do you expect your child to change? Or be a better person, make better decisions, be a better human being. So the Song of Ascent was the three great Pilgrim Feast, or Psalms titles. I did have that written down, but I was trying to go over that. I was trying to go over that a little quickly. What is that? Okay. Sheol is the Hebrew word for grave, but there's more to that Hebrew underworld. But let's move on. I just wanted to know what that meant. So, build the house, they labor in vain. And labor means to toil. I should know this from Elijah. Labor means to toil. It means to work severely with irksomeness, like irking. The Hebrew word for it is amal, which I think I said that, but I'm not sure if I do. I like you saying the Hebrew stuff. My daughter says it too. My youngest, and then I've been getting my other kids to say it too. I was gonna say it. I think I cut it off. It's off the blueletterbible.org. I'm male. That's labor. That's toil. That's labor. If my first video was about the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and has no sorrow or toil with it, and I'm gonna do a better video about that. So they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, and I think we know what city was. It means excitement of terror, city, place, town. A place guarded by or watched by, fortified, elsewhere, a city, a town. So, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. So, the watchman, which means to keep guard, observe, have charge of, protect, save, wait, watch, treasure, to keep. And I could have went more into this, but it was very kind of starters, and I'm thinking of doing another deeper one for this because this is powerful. And I was only checking out the Song of Ascent. Actually, I was checking something else out, but I read this and I was like, I need to read this again and go over it some more again. So in the essence that we're adding children, and we're putting children in it, we're talking about the house, which is a family, and we're talking about if God isn't part of it, or because that's what it is. So if God's not keeping watch, saving, waiting, observing, treasuring, this is the definitions for a watchman. This is Psalms 127. I went over verse 1. This is still verse 1. I like to talk. Oh gosh. So, actually I don't. So, bear with me, and I'm sorry if the delivery isn't as good. I'm still kind of working on it. If you feel blessed by anything, or if you feel you want to give to the ministry, to this, to my teachings, please do. WhatsApp says that I'm not a real person, even though I'm a real person. I'm born from the States, originally I grew up here, born and raised, got a certificate or whatever. I had a driver's license. I have a commercials driver's license as well. I have a social security, but they think that I'm not real, so I don't have WhatsApp. I think I would prefer that, because I don't really prefer PayPal, but I have PayPal. And I'm still working on that stuff too, but everything is everything. So, watch men, to guard one, to take heed, to take care, to beware, to be kept, to heed one. And this is with the children in mind, okay? Because we saw earlier that house can also mean a household. So we're saying that except, meaning if the Lord doesn't, build the house, build the family, build the descendants, build the children. They labor in vain that build it, that watch it, prepare it, repair it, fix up. When you're talking to your child, you're talking to them, but they're not changing, because is it from the Lord? Except the Lord build the house. Did the Lord build it up? Did the Lord repair it? Is the Lord fixing it, watching it? See, I told you I was getting somewhere. I hope you guys caught that. It means also support and aid. This is for single parents. This is for parents who feel like single parents. When you need a timeout, give it to God. And I talked about give it to God as well in one of my previous ones. I can probably talk about that a little bit more later. And then it says, so now we're about the city. And still verse 1. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. So they waketh, but in vain. Waketh means to, like, did I check that out? So the watchman, usually when you get up, you have like, for some reason I'm thinking about strong tower, watchtower, Jimi Hendrix song, the watchtower. But it says to wake, watch, awake, be alert, to keep watch, be wakeful, wake, be wake, like as a mourn or a suffer, look out, sleepless, hasten, make, thing to perform, a man watching, keep guard over. So this is waketh. So you're doing all of this, you're getting up early, you're suffering, basically, you're sleepless, basically, in vain, useless, my own thought, because I always use the word vain, vanity. But if you look up what that means in the Strong's G, it means emptiness, falsehood, meaning you're being fake or false, and you're not living up to your potential, but also you're living pretty much a lie, because God has decrees and he has things that is expected. It says nothingness, so you're doing it for nothing if God's not in it. Emptiness of speech, so you're talking and you're hitting a wall. That's why you're talking and you're hitting a wall, because it's an emptiness of speech and they're not hearing you. It's also a spirit of Leviathan. Get my book and it'll tell you about it. Worthlessness. But what I liked was it's in the sense of desolate, which we know what desolate means. Hey, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. We know desolate, which means barren, but no, I'm not. I'm going to probably talk about that later on because I want to keep this short. But I do want to pull that up because that's so good. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. But we know that desolate kind of literally means evil. Well, it doesn't really mean evil. It means other stuff pertaining to it. But figuratively, idolatry. So it's also idolatry because you're vain and you're being useless and you're no longer a useful person for the kingdom. And the kingdom is you, is your children, is your family. And you're supposed to be raising people up. So it's in vain. The word that I wanted to find was wickedness, and it's an iniquity. So if you read Leviticus, it's talking about like your iniquities. This is an iniquity when you're not raising your children up with God in mind. If you don't have a altar dedicated to God, it also means ruin. It also means destroy. So that's what vain is. That's what vanity is. It's idolatry. So the root of why your children probably are causing you problems is idolatry. What are they doing? What are you doing that's causing this calamity? And desolate means to lie waste. So you're literally just wasting away. And you were toiling and you're getting up. And the reason why is because you didn't build your house with God in mind. You didn't build your family with God in mind. And lo, it is vain for you to rise up early to sit up to eat the bread of sorrows. And sorrows is pain, is sadness, of depression. So you're getting up for you know, all the reasons which you think you're getting up for, but no one cares because it's a waste and it's idolatry and no one's going to listen to you but someone else who clearly is in idolatry too. So that's the only person that's probably going to hear, unless you actually talk to someone and is trying to get help. So to eat the bread of sorrows, for he giveth his beloved sleep. So if you're feeling worn out or something and you feel tired or something, check to see how your house is being built. See to put God back in front. So back to so let's get to Psalms, because I can touch on that. I probably will a little bit later on. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord. Heritage is property. Inheritance, heritage, portion, share. So children are of the Lord. But it's still our job to keep them in the Lord, right? Like we still have to let them know the decrees and all of that. We still need to raise them up and still, you know, because it's something that God gave you. So why would you change it and give it for like a child of Belial? It's a child of God. Our inheritance of the Lord, and we know children, that's like children, which is child, son, daughter, anybody that you see as a child, any young person, young animals. It means people. It's a guild, but it's your family. It's a young person, someone who doesn't know. And it's our job to build them up in the Lord. Because it says in the beginning, if it's not built up from the Lord, you know, what's going on? I don't know. Who cares? So and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So the fruit of the womb is his reward. The fruit of the womb is his reward. We know fruit is a reward. We know fruit is like fruit of a tree, meaning I'm into a whole nother different thing because I garden and I plant stuff, and I know that fruits